Hi friends, welcome back to channel SciTech. Today let's talk about the review of the Poco F3G device after using more than 30 days of usage. Yes friends, it's been 30 days of using this Poco F3 GT, and a lot of users, they did ask me this kind of question that how is my experience using this device. So that is what I'm going to talk in this entire video. I'll try to discuss about all the advantages and disadvantages whatever I did find in this device during this time of testing, and I'll try to talk about each and every category like performance, display, camera, battery and the charging, connectivity, build quality, UI, software updates and the price. So final thing, is it worth for the price to buy or not? So these are the things which I'll try to discuss in this entire video. So for each and every small disadvantage whatever I mentioned in this video, there's a special video which I did upload in the playlist. So try to check the playlist which are created for the Poco F3 GT, where you can actually find more than 200 plus videos on this particular device, as you can see friends. So don't forget to check the playlist for more details as well. So let's get started with the first thing about the performance. So in terms of the performance, the Poco F3 GT has got the Dimensity 1200 chipset in this phone. So first regarding the Antutu benchmark score, and I'll try to talk about CPU throttling and everything. So in case if you're worrying about Antutu benchmark score, the benchmarks in the Poco F3 GT, the maximum I did get about close to 6,20,000 and 23,000. Yes, not more than that. So I was able to get 6,70,000 in the OnePlus Nord 2 and 6,80,000 in the Realme X1 Max. But in this phone, the maximum it did reach up to 6,23,000 only. As you can see friends, is the highest score I got, 6,23,000. So Antutu benchmark is not everything, I can definitely totally understand, but overall in my performance of CPU throttling, as you can see, this much of CPU throttling has been happened. 75%, as you can see, 75%, 69% of the throttling. So the CPU throttling application was able to survive up to 75% of the throttling. As you can see, this is a thing about the CPU throttling and the benchmarks in case if you are interested in those details. But overall in the day-to-day usage, I did not feel any kind of issues in this Poco F3 GT. Yes, absolutely no issues, not much problem. But one thing is that a few of the users, they did mention that while playing Battlegrounds Mobile Play, they did feel that kind of lag while playing this game. That's the one thing which I did get a lot of feedback on this particular game only. But in the normal usage and medium usage, you won't feel any kind of difference in the Poco F3 GT. It should be really smooth. And during my usage also, I did install plenty of applications, as you can see, even so many applications and so many games has been installed in this device at this moment. So in terms of the performance, I'm really happy for this price. Whatever I'm paying, I'm getting really solid performance. And optimization is beast. Yes, it's fantastic in this optimization. I was able to do a lot of speed test videos as well on this phone. So make sure to check those videos. You'll definitely understand how is the optimization in this phone. It's really good to see this kind of optimization level in this MI UI 12.5 in this Poco F3 GT. So only one thing is that the games are not properly optimized for this kind of chipset in this phone. In the Poco F3 GT, as you can see, you did not get still the 90 FPS, but the Realme X1 Max has also already got the 90 FPS option in those phones. That's the one thing which is missing, but you can use the config tool to get that 90 FPS even in this Poco F3 GT as well without any kind of issues. But this is a complete review about the performance friends. But overall in the 30 days of usage, I did not have much complaints about this phone regarding the performance. It was really solid performance I was able to get in this Poco F3 GT. Now let's move to the next topic, which is the display topic. So in terms of the display topic, I can definitely say a few disadvantages which I did notice. And one more thing regarding the performance, I forgot to mention, the UI is not that optimized. I mean, let me show you exactly. The RAM management, it's not that accurate every time. That's the one thing which there's a drawback at this moment in this phone. It's not showing accurately the RAM management exactly. As you can see friends, even after opening 15-20 applications as well, still you will be able to see this 4GB and 5GB RAM management. It's not that accurate, it's not working. And there are a couple of issues with the UI as well in terms of the optimization. If you use any other third-party launchers, you cannot use the full screen gestures. Those are the small things which the Poco F3 GT has got. So let's move to the next, is the display. So in terms of the display, the phone has got really 10-bit color panel friends. That's a fantastic. I did like the display in this phone. This is my favorite thing about this device. The bezels are slim, as you can see friends, all the corners, which is fantastic. I did like this kind of build quality in this phone. It looks very premium. I'll try to talk about build quality in another way, but still in the display manner, I did like pretty much. I fell in love with this display the day I did start to use this phone. So you do have a lot of customization and so many options where you can actually change the colors as well and tweak everything. As you can see friends, you can use whatever colors you want. So mostly I'll try to use the vivid or saturated most of the time to maintain that kind of high level of saturation and the contrast levels in this device. But display is, my god, it's really good. and which has got the 10-bit color panel, and which is of 6.61 inches screen size. So display is also huge screen, I would say, definitely, and punch hole is slightly bigger than the MI Linux device. MI Linux has got really very tiny punch hole, but that is not implemented in this phone, unfortunately. That's one thing. But in terms of the display wise, I'm completely happy with this 10-bit color panel, which is fantastic in this kind of price range, which is really good. That is what I can definitely say that. And the phone supports the Netflix HDR and Amazon Prime HD as well, so you should not be worried about those things as well in this device. So let's talk about the disadvantages. So there are a couple of disadvantages, which includes the screen bleeding issues. Yes, so I did upload a couple of videos on the screen bleeding issues as well, past, as you can see, friends. So the screen bleeding will be happening only when if you try to use the game space, and if you try to use the video enhancement mode only then it will be happening, that kind of screen bleeding issue. Right now I did install the Game Turbo 4.0 as well. Even in the Game Turbo 4.0 also same problem. This is what I'm trying to talk about, friends. When you're trying to use the enhancement option in the game while you're trying to play the game, and if you try to exit the game, the complete screen will be in that enhancement mode only, not only that game. That's the one problem which the Poco F3 GT only has. I did not have this kind of issues in the MI Linux device, no problem. In a lot of MI phones and Poco phones, I did not have this kind of problem, but this phone is facing that kind of issue. That's a small thing which it will be rectified if you try to restart the phone as well. That's the one thing which I thought of just mentioning. And next, regarding the camera. So in terms of the camera as well, the camera part is kind of average, I would say. It's not that too great at this moment in this Poco F3 GT. After using a lot of other phones, that is what I did come into the conclusion in this phone. So in terms of the front cam and everything, it was kind of okay, I would say. In terms of the front cam, as you can see, front cam clarity, and even the back camera as well, not bad, I would say, but kind of little bit disappointed, just a little bit. Not huge, just a little bit. This is the front cam clarity of the video. These are the video looks of the front cam, as you can see exactly. So out of 5, I can definitely give the rating of close to 4 out in this device. And the night mode is completely worst. So night mode shots not at all good. No, friends, it's kind of out of 5, I can definitely give maybe 1 star or 2 star. In terms of the night mode shots, it's not great at all. So when compared with the Realme X1 Max and iQOO 7 device and OnePlus Nord 2, those phones did a really good job in terms of the night mode shots. That's the one thing which I can definitely say that. Let me try to open the camera and let me try to show you what is the maximum resolution you can actually record. 4K 30 FPS only. There is no 60 FPS. As you can see, that's the thing about the camera. So overall, in terms of the camera, I'm slightly disappointed in the Poco F3 GT in my usage of my experience. And next, regarding the battery and the charging is also slightly disappointed. In terms of charging speed, no issues. The phone can definitely charge within 45 minutes of time. Sometimes it did take 43 minutes, 44 minutes, but overall it will definitely charge in 45 minutes. And the battery backup, I'm getting slightly less than expected, yes. So not only me, even a lot of other users are also facing this kind of issues in this phone. Let me try to show you my usage and screen on time, how much I got right now. As you can see, friends, in the screen on time, I got about 6 hours and 37 minutes only. The phone has got 5000 mAh of battery capacity, but still I was able to get only 6 hours and 37 minutes. As you can see, friends, I did expect slightly close to 7 hours and 8 hours as well, maybe 7 hours at least, but that's not the case. So meanwhile, I'm trying to use a couple of Netflix and Hotstar applications as well to watch the series which I'm trying to watch. Right now the battery percentage is also 9% at this moment, as you can see on the top. So for 9% we got the screen on time about 6 hours and 37 minutes. That's the one thing. So a little bit you will be disappointed in terms of the battery backup in this device. Not only this screen on time, if you try to watch the other video which is on the battery draining test battery on mobile, you will definitely see the phone was able to survive only 20 minutes more than other devices in terms of the battery backup. That's the one thing you should definitely understand. So in terms of the battery backup and the charging also, in terms of battery backup, I'm a little bit disappointed, but not much. So connectivity wise, I'm kind of okay with this device, no issues with the connectivity. It should be really solid performance. And one more thing, the 2.4 gigahertz transmit link speed is only 144 Mbps. It's not 300 Mbps. It is not 300. So 300 Mbps can be found in the OnePlus Nord 2, Realme X1 Max, only few phones. But iQOO 7 and this phone 2.4 gigahertz has only 144 Mbps of transmit link speed. That's the one thing which I was just mentioning. So other than that, there's no other issues in this device, and only few 5G bands. I think only 2 5G bands in this Poco F3 GT. That's the kind of drawback. And next, regarding the build quality, let's talk about the build quality is another wow factor of this phone. Yes, there are a couple of wow factors, friends. First is optimization for the RAM management, and next wow factor is a display. Display is fantastic and small trim bezels as well, 10-bit color panel. and build quality is another wow factor of this phone. Yes, Switch has got the game triggers for this kind of price range. Trust me friends, for this price, which is unexpected from any other gaming phone, I would definitely say. As you can see, where the trigger buttons work fantastic, and some of the users, the animations are not working and the sound effects are not working for this gaming triggers. They did mention those kind of issues, and I did ask them, and they did mention that whenever they go to the settings in these special features, in these shoulder buttons, they were unable to find these options. Animations, it's not showing at all for them. So I can definitely advise one thing: try to reboot the device. I mean, try to reboot. If it doesn't work, try to factory reset. So maybe if you try to do the factory reset, it might be able to work in your device. That's the one thing which I can definitely advise. But overall, in my experience, I did not have any issues. And top button was slightly loose. This button, you can hear the sound coming, but the bottom one is really strong one. That's the one thing which I thought of just mentioning, friends, for you all, so you'll know exactly what is happening. So, and this sound is different when you try to press this button and this button. So this button I'm getting really very good strong tactic feedback as well, but this one I'm not getting that much kind of feedback as this button. That's the one thing which I was just mentioning. And even the phone has got the RGB light effects on the back side as well, which is also functioning really good, RGB light effects. And some of the users, they did mention it's not that consistent at all in the RGB lighting. So these are the few things about the build quality, and haptics were fantastic. It's great, but you cannot use haptics while playing Battlegrounds mobile game, unfortunately. It's kind of really strong and powerful, no issues. And speakers also really very good. The speakers, that's very very good, friends, in this phone. I did like the both speakers. That's very good in this phone. And sometimes the bottom speaker doesn't work in the Poco F3 GT, so don't worry, try to restart the device, it will be fixed. That's the one thing which I thought of just mentioning right now. So whatever the problem, 90% of the problems will be fixed in this phone if you try to restart. I'm not sure, maybe that's an UI issue which is going on, so try to restart. And next is regarding the UI. So obviously, friends, the MIUI, I'm using the MIUI for the past few years, so I don't have any kind of much complaints in this kind of UI, apart from small things like you cannot use the full screen gestures if you try to use third-party applications, and RAM management which is displaying here, which is not accurate enough to show. That's the one thing which I'm trying to have. And game turbo, you cannot add the games in the offline mode. If there is no internet connection, you cannot add the games, or you cannot disable. That's the one thing. There's a couple of other MIUI issues is going on in this device at this moment, so which I'll try to discuss in another video. But overall, in terms of the software and UI, I'm kind of okay with this MIUI, so no issues. Some users, they do have concerns, but for me, it's not a big deal, I would say. And next is regarding software updates. 2 years of software two Android updates are possible. I mean, Android 12 and Android 13 in this Poco F3 GT. That's another thing. From the time of buying the phone to till now, I did receive, I think, only one update. Yes, only one update I did receive on this. The phone is running the July security patch update, as you can see exactly. That's the one thing. So after that, I did not receive any kind of software updates in this device. So finally, for this kind of price, 26,000. Let me try to check the price, how much it is in the Poco F3 GT. Poco F3 GT. Let's check what is the price of this phone at this moment. The price of this phone right now is of 26,999 for the 6GB RAM variant, and 8GB RAM variant went up to 28,999. As you can see, this is the price. So for this kind of price, I would say definitely it's kind of really worth to buy in case if you're if you're interested in this kind of triggers. If you don't like the triggers, then definitely there are other options you're having, but you will be satisfied with few things. Optimization, and next is the display, you will be completely satisfied, and build quality and the premium feel you do get, you'll be completely satisfied in this phone. That's the one thing which I can definitely say that. So that's it, friends. Thank you for watching this video, and in case if you're enjoying this kind of content, don't forget to check the links in description for this kind of live wallpapers. There are always a playlist created for the live wallpapers as well, so check the wallpapers playlist and check the phone playlist as well. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video, friends. I'll then stay tuned for more updates. Meanwhile, signing off. Bye.